UFC 313 full card breakdown and recap. Boys, it is super late night. I'm at my friend's house, you can see. This ain't the regular studio. This ain't the room. This ain't the chill spot, but we're gonna be breaking it down either way. I just had a long night of fights, chilling. It was a good card. I hope you guys enjoyed the card. If you didn't watch it, I'm gonna be recapping every fight so you guys don't gotta worry. But before we go ahead and get into it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's start it off with the first fight of the night, which is Ozzy Diaz versus Jordan Santos. This was actually a good fight. This was actually a good fight to start off the night. Back and forth, non-stop, man. I was kind of confused about the unanimous decision. It was a very close fight. I think it was a split. I think Santos took the first and arguably the second round. Santos was landing the good shots, pressing forward in round one. Wasn't landing the harder shots. I think Diaz was connected with harder shots. But I gave round one to Santos. Round two was super close. That could go either way. And I gave round three to Ozzy Diaz. He was landing nice combinations. He had a really nice combination. Was piecing it together finally. And his cardio looked better. He looked more in shape. But it was really close. Really, really close fight. Good win for Ozzy Diaz, though. Shuts down the rising prospect to Jordan Santos. Man, it's just not the year of the prospects. But after one Santos wins, man, we move on to the next fight. We had the next Santos who pulled it off for the last Santos. Myron Santos gets the split decision. Absolute robbery. Without a doubt, absolute robbery, man. Over Francis Marshall. This was rough. This was rough to watch. I picked Myron Santos to win. I thought he was going to land the bigger shots. I thought he was going to be able to drop Francis Marshall and find a finish. Was not able to do that. Actually got dropped by Francis Marshall in round two. Got dropped. Got held against the cage. Got a takedown taken on him. Like Francis Marshall landed the better shots. Got the takedowns. Got the more damaging shots. I can't believe they gave this to Myron Santos. But Myron Santos gets a split decision. His first win in the UFC. Deep robbery, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even a split is dirty, man. It should have been unanimous decision, Francis Marshall, but the judges were tripping tonight, I'm gonna be honest. It should have been the first Santos win, and then Marshall should have won, but it is what it is. We move on, next fight. Alex Morono versus Carlos Leal. Dude, this was inevitable. Carlos Leal gets the win by knockout round one. Just PD cheats, man. PD cheats. Did not feel a single strike Alex Morono was throwing back his way. We're cutting Alex Morono. UFC's gonna cut Alex Morono. Fair enough, though. Literally any strike that Alex landed didn't do any damage to Carlos Leal. I mean, Leal was just pressing forward, spamming overhand rights. Had Alex up against the cage, started landing a few overhand lefts. Was stunning Alex Morono. Alex Morono got TKO'd on the feet. He was wobbly. He was out. Carlos Leal landed one big hook, and then Alex Morono smashed his head against the cage, basically put him unconscious on the feet. So nice win by Carlos Leal, man. Still, I think he's juicing. I think he's on a bunch of PEDs, but it is what it is, boys. Moving on, Bruno Pereira versus Armin Petrosyan. I was so fucking happy about this fight, boys. So happy. The Hulk takes it. Hulk versus Superman. Hulk gets the win by submission, man, and over a dirty fighter as well. Round one, Armin Petrosyan kicks him in the balls twice. 2 kicks in the nuts by Armin Petrosyan, and then he fakes getting kicked in the nuts in round two. I mean, just some dirty stuff by Armin Petrosyan. Bruno Pereira punishes him. They go to the ground. Pereira finds that lock with the triangle, grabs the arm, pulls down the arm. Beautiful arm bar from bottom position. Nice stuff by Bruno Pereira. Bruno Pereira by submission was like a plus 1200 or something. Beautiful stuff, boys. Beautiful stuff. If you cashed on that, congratulations. I cashed on a little Bruno Pereira by KO or submission. Thank God I didn't bet KO, but good fight nonetheless, man. We knew this was going to be close, but Armin Petrosyan, like we've said before, he just doesn't have any finishing ability. Bruno Pereira knew that he could either knock him out or finish him on the ground. And when they had striking exchanges, Armin Petrosyan had some nice kicks. He's got beautiful kicks, but it was clear where the power was what power the side the power was on. Sorry, boys, I'm super tired, but we knew Pereira had the more power. Land some big overhands, got Armin Petrosyan injured, and then they go to the ground, and Bruno Pereira uses his BJJ, finds his first submission in the UFC. Beautiful stuff. We move on to the final fight of the prelim. Also, 2 canceled literally like a couple hours before this card even started. So it was just cooked. It was cooked from the get go. I'm gonna be honest. We lost. What did we lose? We lost. The 135 or 145 fight, and we lost Rizvan Kuniev versus Curtis Blades due to illness. Really shitty, boys. But we had Joshua Van versus Ray Surya. Joshua Van absolutely schooled him. He schooled him. I would say this was like a schooling from an unk, but there's only like a little age gap, so dominant win by Joshua Van. We knew what he was going to do. Stuff the takedowns round one, try to get through that initial pressure of Ray and use his experience to start to piece up the shots on the feet, just land the better shot. Exactly what he did. Perfect game plan by Joshua Van. This dude always has a perfect game plan, and he's definitely a rising flyweight prospect without a doubt. Without a doubt, Joshua Van's one of the best rising prospects at flyweight. Ray even looked much bigger than Joshua Van. Looked much bigger, had more imposing stuff, but then he was just panic shooting. That was the thing. Joshua Van's experience, he just knew what to do. Ray was getting scared. He was tired. He was gassing out after round 2, and he was panic shooting on Joshua Van in round 3. But round 3, Joshua Van stuffed the takedowns, got him back up on the feet, and landed the better shots. It was just such a clear win for Joshua Van. And he moves on, boys. He moves on. Joshua Van's such a good flyweight prospect to look out for. We move on, though. Did I not call it? Did I call it or did I call it? Mauricio Rufy. Huge KO for a fight of the night. Is it not going to pop up? For a fight of the night bonus. I called it, boys. I called it. I said this was in the books. It was written in the books. Mauricio Rufy pulls a beautiful spinning wheel kick. Spinning wheel kick. KO straight on Bobby Green's chin. Puts him to sleep. Beautiful stuff. Amazing, amazing, amazing KO. I mean, this was fight of the night, representation of the night, whatever you want to call it. This was beautiful. Beautiful. Put Bobby Green to sleep. I mean, we knew Bobby Green's chin was bad, but oh my God, was that wheel kick disgusting. It was disgusting. I mean, it's hard to deny these fighting nerd guys when every single time they're showing up with representation of the night, or beautiful performances. It's just, they're so consistent, boys. Like, I don't want to glaze, but holy moly. Beautiful stuff by Mauricio Rufy. He moves on in lightweight. He keeps getting better. He keeps improving. He keeps showing up with better fights, man. And we called it. I called it. Round 1, round 2 TKO, performance of the night bonus, and the hype just keeps getting more real. What I say, boys. We move on, though, to the most boring fight of the entire card, man. This was super boring. I picked Yasmin Lucindo, thought she had more finishing potential, thought she could be the one in top position on the ground, ended up being the one on bottom position. I mean, Yasmin Lucindo just didn't get good positioning. Amanda Lemos was on top of her for like 10 minutes of the whole fight. I think 10 minutes of total ground control throughout the fight. Yeah, Amanda Lemos was just laying on top. It was like, oh man. I mean, this is why you don't bet on fights like this, man. Unless you bet the over 2.5, So, yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Amanda Lemos gets it done, though. Age 37, I think. I think there was a 14-year age gap. Shuts down another woman prospect, man. I mean, it's just, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, boys. Next fight. Oh, this was good, boys. Jalen Turner, Ignacio Bahamondes. Such a fun fight. We thought it was going to end in a knockout. Round 1, submission for Ignacio Bahamondes. Jalen Turner got a takedown, was on top of Ignacio, was in guard though, was in full guard. Ignacio had good control of Jalen Turner from bottom position. He was on the bottom, hugged up, was able to push his hips back, get his legs up. He wrapped the one leg over the top of Jalen's head, was able to wrap the other, pull his leg in, cinch up that beautiful triangle, that beautiful leg triangle, and then try to go for a little arm bar. Didn't even need the arm bar. Got the submission on Jalen Turner. Beautiful stuff by Ignacio Bahamondes. When you think this guy's already a sniper on the feet, and then he's got a beautiful submission game as well. Hey man, Ignacio deserves the rankings. He is now officially ranked. I mean, come on, boys. You can't deny Ignacio Bahamondes is clean. 3 finishes in a row now, 2 TKOs, and now a submission. I mean, you can't deny this guy's a straight finisher. Sniper at lightweight. Submission artist as well at 6'3". It's exciting to see, but Jalen Turner retired for some odd reason, boys. I mean, I know he's 14-9 now. His record is not great, but he's still fun. Like he can be fun outside of the rankings. He can break people into the rankings like a Neil Magny kind of thing. He's only 29 years old. Why did Jalen Turner retire? I don't know. We don't know, but I'm sure we'll see more Jalen Turner. He'll be back or something, boys. We move on. Co-main event of the night. This was fight of the night, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. It was a great fight, but this was basically a replay of the first fight. Like, there's really not too much to be said. They both had their moments, back and forth, throwing hands. Justin Gaethje dropped Fiziev with an uppercut. I believe it was in round 2. It was beautiful. Beautiful. He held his head, uppercut, kind of like he did to Tony Ferguson. It was super clean, super. I actually missed the one on Tony Ferguson. What am I saying? I feel I know he landed on Tony Ferguson at least one uppercut, but Justin Gaethje uppercut, beautiful. Can't believe it was an underdog. We're talking about Justin Gaethje here. It doesn't matter if he's 36 years old, and he just got knocked out by Max Holloway. He's on a full training camp. Fiziev was coming in short notice, injured his leg, So it was just a replay of the last fight. Unanimous decision, Justin Gaethje. Good win by him. But I'm already hearing talks of, Justin Gaethje's about to get a title fight against Islam. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody. We do not need a Gaethje versus Khabib 2.0. Literally, it's going to be even worse. Gaethje will get absolutely dominated by Islam Makhachev. Like, I'm sorry, I love Justin Gaethje, but it's not even close. Anybody who thinks it's close is tripping. All right, we don't need to see that fight. Let's go Gaethje Poirier 3, or Gaethje maybe Oliveira 2, or Gaethje versus Sarukian. Do something like that, boys. We can't be matching up Gaethje Islam after he's off on a 1-fight win streak against a short notice Rafael Fiziev after getting knocked out by Max Holloway. Like, come on. And then we move on to the main event. Fucking boys, I can't even not crash out. I can't even not crash out looking at this. This pisses me off. All right, what a close fight. Magomed Ankalaev gets a unanimous decision. I hate to say I said it. I hate to say I'm right, and I was right, but I posted a video like at least 4 or 5 days ago saying this fight would be boring. It would go the distance. I had a guy comment and say, "You're stupid. Oh, you don't like your takes, whatever." And look who was fucking right. All right, buddy. So you hate to see it, but it is what it is. Magomed Ankalaev, unanimous decision. Dude. I mean, Pereira kind of just seemed almost scared throughout this fight. He was backing up throughout the fight, really backing up. And when I'm saying backing up, like, he wasn't his normal. He just didn't seem like his normal self. Obviously, Magomed Ankalaev had a perfect game plan to neutralize Pereira's hooks. He struggles with the straight right, straight lefts down the pipe. Ankalaev's jabs right down the pipe are beautiful. We're knocking Pereira off guard or off balance. End of round 3, Ankalaev almost knocked out Alex Pereira. Had him up against the fence, landed a beautiful left hook. Had Pereira stunned. If it weren't for the buzzer, I'm going to be honest, Ankalaev might have knocked him out. He might have knocked him out. A lot of people are saying this was a robbery. Like, it was close, but it wasn't a robbery. Pereira stuffed every single one of Ankalaev's takedowns, but Ankalaev still controlled the fight, landed the better shots, almost knocked out Alex Pereira. Like, you can't say this was a robbery. There's no way this was a robbery, all right? So it was close, but it wasn't a robbery. It just sucks to see. I think they're going to run it back, though. I bet they're going to run it back. Pereira's been champ for a minute, defended it 3 years, three times last year, defended about 3 times last year. It only makes sense to run it back. It was a close fight. Nobody got finished. They run it back. I think Alex Pereira could find the finish, but he needs to not be scared. Or Ankalaev finds the finish. I think that if they run it back, it'll either be the exact same outcome or maybe Ankalaev finds a finish. But that was the entire UFC 313 card, boys. If you enjoyed the recap and the breakdown, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop your comments down below what you guys thought about the card, and I will catch you boys in the next one. See you.